Hello, Dr. Jason. Hello, everyone. My name is Hien, and today I will bring you guys to the corrosion presentation. So let's jump into it. So this is my table content I'm going to talk about today. So number one, I'm going to talk about the different types of corrosion. I've been following four of them during my research and watching the video. And number two, I'm going to talk about the factor influence of corrosion. And number three, I'm going to talk about the difference between the wet and the dry corrosion, which is in a minute. And last but not least, I will talk about how to prevent them. So let's go. So before we go into that, I'm gonna give you the quick introduction about corrosion. What is corrosion? The corrosion is the deradiation of the metal due to the chemical interacting between us and its surrounding. Alright, you can look at this pictures right here. It was like, okay, so I will see this as metal becomes rusty. Yes, that's right, but we're gonna dive in specifically in a minute. Alright, so this is the different types of corrosion. Number one, we got rusting. As a result of the metal's oxide layer in the crucial and Carr's process. Okay, you can see right here. At first it's got in the green color and it's been sitting right there and it's being oxidized and now it's give the different look from the rustling. Second is the dry chemical corresponding to it. So this is just because mostly this happened because this happened in the alkaline and alkaline earth metals react with the oxygen in the room temperatures. So it's gonna be like corresponding oxide, while the metals is gonna be react with the oxygen at higher temperatures, and but there are some exception for silver, gold is may not oxidizing because they are like the noble metals. All right. Let me take a look real quick. So, alright, number three, galvanics. That would happen if they are put individually in the same environment in the terms of natural and insulated fluid. As you can see, a screw and then it's now right here. There are both metals. Oops. There are both metals, but they're put in the same area as fluid. And as you can see right here, the screw is turned more rusty than the other. Than the snail right here. You see that? This has happened because it's unlike the other type of structural corresponding governing concept. Do not depend either the metal structure or temperatures. It doesn't matter about that too right here. The rest it does. The rest is they might be dependent on temperatures. Okay, because if you look at it right here, temperature might be increased to keep them oxidized to give them their rusty look like this. You see that? And lastly, is the wet corrosion. This chemical is in the environment and human acts as the electrolytes. Okay, you can see right here the bridge. So the base of the bridge right here, right, getting oxidized because it's just like it's getting oxidized because there's the formation of galvanic cells in the surface of metals. So that's some part of the metal surface acts as the anode and the rest are like cathode. Yeah, and the chemical in the environment are just act like an electrolyte. So in this oxidation, the anode part take place and result in the cars and in the corrosion as the end, and while production take place at the cathode. Okay. So now we got the dry and the wet. What is the difference between them? What is the similar of them? Okay, so for both of them, there are like corrosion occurs during the absence of the moisture, or is like conducting in the medium of the it's not the medium. It's just conducting of electrolytes. Okay, and when was it different? For the dry corrosion, right? It's gonna be involved like directly to the chemical ions, but for the wet, it's gonna be involved the formation of electrochemical. In the process of the dry, gonna take slower than the wet corrosion, and it's just like and the dry corrosion, right? It's like corrosion in ununiform. It could be happen in any surface of it. It's and but for the wet corrosion, it's depend on the size of the anode part of the metals. Like you can see like the bigger it is, not the bigger it is. It's just like it's easy to be the anode part of ions can be like easy turn to cathode. It's gonna be easier to become like corrosion. All right, now we're moving on to the factors there was several of them, and I found 6 of them. Number one factor was just temperatures. Like I said earlier, if temperature increase is gonna if the process of corrosion can be improved faster. Pitting, that's a new word. And then the hydrogen damage. You can see the hydrogen damage, which is right here in this pictures, right? It's react with oxygens in the environment, and it's got the rusty look. And number 4, which is gases in there, which could be sulfite gases. And number 5, environment. The the beach. What is a beach? The beach containing salt, right? Which has become the rusty. And the electrolyte potential, like we talked about the governing earlier. And lastly, we talk about preventing. There's a couple preventing way in the video to talk about. Zinc coating, which is a group of paints that act just like the barrier, prevent the metals chemical from interacting with the environment compound. Like, which is a layer protect on like the screw right here. It's just a layer protect on this and not prevent them being like rusty. And non-reactive metals, like using silver or gold just prevent the dioxide, but it's gonna like a smart part of cables like or jewelries. It's just preventing it's like getting oxidizing. Last one, like cathode protection. That was just like the iron part connected to the negative signs, the negative terminal of the power supply. Yep. And thanks for watching my presentation. That's it all for me. And thank you and have a good one.